Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chariot series, myself, Critical Rocket, and here we are with the Catapult K4. Now, obviously one of these older designs like the Catapult usually has a lot more variants, and when I was going through them for the series, I thought I was going to be doing at least 3 or 4, but there's always a complication with the hardpoint locations, and sadly that meant a couple of these couldn't make the cut. Another thing you might notice if you take a look on Sana for a lot of these early models is that they will have what's called a primitive version, which is basically the default mech from the original books minus a weapon, or it just has a slightly different armor set out, something like that, because it's supposed to be earlier technology that isn't as good as what it would be later on. So although it looks like there's a lot of variants when you compare them with the hardpoints available to players in MWO, sadly there's some I just can't build. But luckily I had these 2 variants. This is, as I said, the K4, which is a twin Heavy PPC model built on the K2 chassis obviously, and comes with 2 ER medium lasers. It retains most of its jump jets and apparently has a slightly downrated engine in normal tabletop, but obviously with the wonders of MechWarrior Online you can dick around with that, get an engine, still get decent speed out of the thing. Overall, it's a high heat, high damage build, capable of doing a 30-point alpha with both of its heavy PPCs if you are willing to risk firing them both at once, and with a very minimal amount of backup. It is very much a fire support platform from what I can tell running this thing for the videos. Its best bet is to sort of anchor itself in the middle of the team's firing line or somewhere just behind the screen of your team, and anything that pops its head up you start whacking it with heavy PPCs. And that's pretty much it, because it's not a mech that can brawl. Obviously heavy PPCs have the downside of being 90 meter minimum range, so if anything does get too close to you, those heavy PPCs won't help you one bit. The ER mediums obviously don't do enough damage to really keep anything else at bay, so you're literally just hoping that you can get in a nice spot and just start taking shots at people. That said, I do like it. Much like the standard K2 variant, which plays in a similar way, it's a mech that uses its high amount of potential damage to take down larger foes. This is a mech that's good for hitting assaults and other heavies and really wearing them down. It's also very good at drawing fire as well, because usually, since you're engaging at such a range, you'll usually get return fire from bigger mechs that obviously see you as a threat, because nobody likes being hit by PPCs, and also you'll probably draw some fire and allow your teammates to move up a bit. It's nice. It actually feels like you could get a bit of role warfare out of this build, and again, there's not enough mechs that use heavy PPCs by default anyway, so it was nice to be able to find this build. And yeah, hats off to the Kuritans for, bothering. And I know it's their tech, the old heavy PPC, so yeah, they should have a catapult for variant. But then again, I was surprised that the Dragon doesn't have a single MRM variant. That was pretty surprising. But, live and learn. Luckily the K5 is dual MRMs, which is fun. So, yeah. I quite like this. It's simple enough to retrofit a K2 to run it, but you can also use a Jester if you want, which is what I was using for this one. I used the Jester model instead. Not for any particular reason. I just didn't want to rebuild my K2 because I like my K2. I didn't want to mess with it too much, so I had the Jester lying around for ages. So someone had gifted it to me a long time ago, and it's got a new lease of life now. It's this heavy PPC toting catapult for me, and it's very fun. I like it. As you see there, it's deadly. I mean, once you get into that sweet spot and you're doing that 30-point damage one, after 2 hits, it's a lot of fun. It's very good, very fun. So yeah, I'd recommend it. Give it a go. If you're looking for something to do, if you like PPCs, you haven't used this build, go for it. Even Sooty approves. Yeah, meowing in the background. For a change, it's Sooty, not Hebe. I'm surprised on that one. We're just on clean-up duty now at the end of the round. It didn't look like it was going to go this way, actually. It felt like it was going to go more toward their team, because that early scuffle, when I was by the wrecked ship, looked like it was going to sort of turn, and my team was just going to get crushed. But yeah, it looks like the other team bottled up in the buildings there and allowed enough of my guys to sort of move around, and they got better firing positions, and I just ended it for them right there. And then I couldn't be bothered chasing that light mech. it was way too far off for me to catch. And yeah, that was it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a good week, and I will see you next time. And until then, bye-bye. Another late bye-bye.